In this video, I'm taking you on a walk down the Charles River along the Charles River Esplanade on the morning of November 15th, 2023, at sunrise. We start near the BU Bridge and work our way east toward the Kenmore neighborhood. Please let me know in the comments if you like this kind of video and if you've ever been here. Finally, please click like, it helps with the algorithm, and subscribe. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you don't miss fun videos like this when they come out.
Ooh, this rail's cold. It's frost on the pumpkin. See, like I said, this is Storrow Drive, and looking towards Boston. Looking towards Boston. That's Harvard across the river. Cambridge. I hate stairs, just for the record. So I'm doing this for you. Actually, it's probably good physical therapy for me. It makes me stretch my ankles in ways they don't normally. Yeah, I know, I talk to you like you're my friends, because on these walks you are. We may not agree on some other things, but I think we can all agree that it's a beautiful morning. And according to that bridge, it's our moment. There's the Hyatt Regency in Boston, and we'll get on our little walk. It's not exactly a run, but I haven't run in a long time. So yeah, there's where we came from. There's the funky building that looks different no matter, every time you look at it in a different way. I saw a drone go around it. The warning, they have combined sewer overflows here, so when it rains really hard, the river can be dirty. But they're fixing everything up and putting it back the way it used to be, which is pretty nice if you ask me. You see this little path that goes down to the river. But that's just gorgeous. Beautiful pink sky. See if I can dial in the color a little better. Right, pull it down a little more. And like I said, on the left over there is Cambridge on the other side of the river. And that's Memorial Drive. I always have to be careful that I don't get run over out here because there's people going faster than me. So I try to walk in the dirt and just make sure I don't trip on a pebble, because with neuropathy that happens. Sunrise is actually at 6:34 or 6:35, something like that this morning. We'd have a better view from the other side of the bridge, but it's a little harder to get to, and I just wanted to do this walk this morning. I'm not doing any more procedures on my feet until after the first of the year, so. As you can see, it's a popular place to be this time of the morning. I'm always telling you what music I'm listening to, but I think what I'm going to do is go through music that I have access to and make a playlist out of it, and just listen to that while I walk, and then you can listen to the same thing I'm listening to. It's not, what you'd hear on the radio, but that's okay. Oh no, geese. Or as I call them, poop machines. Very aggressive poop machines if you've never been around them. When they've got a nest, they'll come after you. So it's best just to kind of let them do their thing and you do yours. These down here are going to be really used to people too, but yeah. In Indianapolis, we lived in a place, a friend of mine for a while, where there were like hundreds of them because they had big retention ponds. Everybody, which way are you going? I'll go this way. You go over there and find your breakfast. And they're pretty heavy to be getting up in the air, Evolution's amazing. Squirrels. Did you see a squirrel? He's at the base of that tree. Anyway. So I always look to take note of like the graffiti and stuff. There's an Obama over there. And you can see kind of where the streets end up against Stora. Like I said, it's kind of a throughway. There's not a lot of entrances and exits, but you get to these overpasses that are 2 inches too short for a moving truck. I drove a semi for 6 months. The scariest thing that ever happened was got to a bridge in Buffalo that was on the directions the company provided to get there, and it said the bridge was 2 inches too short, and I'm like thinking, well, if I have to let air out of my tires and then put it back in on the other side, that's what I'll do. Yeah, but I'm hanging out the door looking to make sure there's clearance. We'll look at the graffiti again. Well, I finished this story. And I'm clear by about an inch. And this cop comes up and stops and puts on his lights and comes up and tells me, you're fine. That's for in the winter when there's snow packed under there. I'm like, oh, it's Buffalo. That makes sense. All right, so 6:34. My phone just said good morning, Scott, or my 13 seconds to sunrise according to my Apple Watch. And we're gonna dip out here by the river and then look back towards the horizon, because we need a good start to our day. And then I'm gonna run home and put this online. So look, no matter what our political beliefs, our religious beliefs, or where we're from, let's just agree on this one thing. It's a beautiful late fall morning, and we're enjoying it together. And if there are any vampires out there who don't enjoy a nice sunrise, Well, I guess you're on your own. We'll talk later tonight. How's that? So there's the city. There's the Prudential Tower. There's an observation deck up there that we'll hit. You can see some planes. I zoom in again, probably. Planes in the background. Well, it's behind the building now, because Logan's off that way. But we're just gonna kind of slowly walk along here and enjoy the sunrise. It's kind of, you know, the ocean's over there behind the buildings. You'll see, I'll be showing you, Editor Scott will be showing you the map. We'll go over here and look out over the river. And there's a bridge over there. You can see that white van going across. It would pop, but we couldn't get spun around fast enough for you to see him. There he is. Uh-oh. Siri's listening in. She told me that I could change Hey Siri in settings. I didn't say it. No, still she shut up. She's like a mother-in-law. Oops, sorry, ex-mother-in-law. You never just shut up and announced. We were in Okinawa, Japan, so that would have been kind of hard. Although my ex-wife kind of almost did that. But that's another story for another day. Subscribe if you want to hear it. Now, this bench looks like a really nice place to sit and look at the river, but there's kind of all the overgrowth in front of it. So, I mean, well, in the winter it'd be nice when all the leaves are gone. You could actually see. Who knows? I'm not coming down here and doing just like a 30-minute walk. No, we're about 16 minutes or so in, so 17. Something like that. So we'll go on up here. I usually bring an external battery and all that kind of stuff, but I didn't today because I knew I wasn't going to be out here for the hour that this battery will last by itself. And if you're curious, this is shot on the DJI Pocket 2. So you can see the Zaken Bridge over there, the double diamonds. So I stopped right in the middle of the path, somebody running behind me. How rude. And there's the bridge. Off in the distance right there. It's a really cool structure. You can look down the end of it from by North Station. I have a lot of pictures I took from over there. Maybe I'll find one. Here's a little like exercise area. The Series 4 strengthening. Madonna. I know. Goes by so slow, follows you away. More graffiti across the way. But yeah, basically we're just between Sora Drive and the river. I don't know the words that well. Just some of them. So I just kind of annoy the shit out of you by humming and singing and being out of key. Alright, so I want to point out these fire escapes. Now, I got to tell you, the only way I'm coming out on there is if my ass is already on fire. Just saying. That's why where I live has all the fire stairs inside and 2 elevators in case one's not working. It was pretty, this one. Windows were frosty up by the apartment. Yep. Get run over again. So that's kind of cool. You can start to see the sun glinting off that tall building there, over there. And then you can see a gold dome kind of in the middle of it, and that's the state capitol down at Boston Common. So it kind of lets you orient yourself as to where we are. Checking the traffic to make sure I'm not stepping out in it, because I do that every now and then. Sophie Tuttle, you done good in 2019. That's really pretty. I think I wonder if she did another one that's over by the VA hospital, because well, if not, they both like to do that bird, whatever it is. Let's go see what we can do. Sophie Tuttle. Oh, and see, there, all the utility boxes get painted. I just think it's cool. Why just have a gray box when you can have this? Good on you, Sophie Tuttle. I wonder when these buildings were built. Editor Scott, can you find that out when these buildings were built? Because I bet it's cool to live in those apartments. I just like those windows, the way they jut out. I kind of have one that is like a wedge that does that, but anyway, I just think it would be cool to sit in there on a cold winter's day with a nor'easter blowing and look out over the river, or when there's, the rowing events or just people out here rowing in general. See if I can not kill myself by doing this. Notice, park closed at dark. Police take notice. Yeah, I hate to tell you this, but there's a lot of places in this city that when it gets dark, things happen that you wouldn't want your kids to see. I've stumbled upon many of them. So I'm gonna walk out on this dock if I can not kill myself getting out there. And remember, neuropathy in my feet, so I have balance issues, so these kind of things can be challenging. But hey, I did a fishing trip and I didn't die. This is just kind of, so right here on this dock, looking out over the river. It's just I figured you would enjoy the view, because now we're kind of out in it, and there's some people rowing. Well, one's rowing, one's kind of sitting still. Oh, there comes a motorized boat. Oh, that's like the coach. Should see him going across the pyramid-shaped hotel, whatever it was, the Sheraton. Hilton, that was Hilton. Anyway, the motorized boat is the coach. And they go along and they yell at them and tell them when to, especially when it's like, 5, 6, 9, however many it is, people in a boat. I did the head of the Charles Regatta, not rowed in it. I walked around it one morning. That video is on my walking playlist, so check that out. Like I said, on the left is Cambridge. On the right Boston. And behind there, the sun. And over here, the way off the dock. Apparently I'm not the only one that enjoys this view. Nope. No, Siri, I'm not. She asked if I was done walking. It's okay, I'm not done. You don't have to listen anymore. When she listens, the music goes down to half volume, so I know she's listening. And I'm always like, what did I do? I keep thinking maybe I moved my wrist in a way that pressed on the crown of the watch, and that calls her up, but I don't know. And we're kind of walking over here just because, I don't know, I think it gives a nicer view. But it's also not level. Which in a way, the challenge is good for my balance of my feet. It's like exercising that part too, so what the hell. Dr. P, if you're watching this, my foot looks great. Otherwise, I wouldn't be doing this. Actually, both of them do. But enough about that for now. Subscribe. I'll show you pictures sometimes of my now departed toe. Or as my VA records say, acquired absence of right great toe. I was like, acquired absence? You took the thing. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'll have to bleep that out. Editor Scott, be on that. There's the Zakem again. Sun coming up and glinting off the buildings. The rowers. It's just pretty. It's pretty. You will like it too. I command it. No. That's how authoritarians do things. We're not authoritarian around here. Enjoy it. Don't enjoy it. I don't care. I'm just putting it out here. I'm enjoying it. And sharing that enjoyment with you. This is going to be the goofiest video I put up yet, and I don't care. Sometimes I feel goofy. And other times, deadly serious. Well, not deadly, literally deadly. You know what I mean. You have to watch. People get activated by certain words. I didn't really want to say triggered either. Anyway. Alright, so we've been on our walk now 27 minutes. We're about done. I'm gonna go under here and then I'll head towards the train and take the train back up. It's 6:49, so we'll go to 7. That'll get us 30 minutes after sunrise or so. It's 7 o'clock. Yeah, 6:50. Something lied to me. Yeah, 6:50. Wednesday, the 15th of July? November. Why was I thinking about July? I don't know. Because July 4th, people come down here. Anyway, 15th of November 2023, and it's 30 degrees. It's not July. If it was 30 degrees and it was July, we wouldn't be out taking this walk. We'd probably be barricaded in the apartment with all of our survival gear. Alright, so here's another reference point for the city. The Sitco sign. There you go. How's that? So yeah, it's a landmark. The train is over that way. That means we're down by Kenmore. See, it really was about to get run over. This is Pattern Behavior by Sylvia Lopez Chavez. And this was 2017. There's a little plaque about it, and a picture of the artist. So go look at that. And behind it, there are some ducks. So that's the artist. And this is her work. With the Sitco sign behind it. Right. So we'll go slow traffic to the right, I guess. Kind of like on the highway. My Indiana Pacers won last night. Beat the Philadelphia 76ers in the in-season tournament game. They're 2-0 now and lead their pool, which is fantastic. Tyrese Halliburton's a very exciting player to watch. And the players they went and got, they'll be talking. They're good. Oh, just catch the sun just catching the bed. Let's see if I can. That's stunning. That's like the things that you see when you come out at this time of the morning. I'm going to pan left and right so you can look up across the river. That's back from where we came. There's the pyramid-shaped hotel we looked at earlier. And we'll come back to the right. And we'll zoom back in. And off we go. So here you can kind of see, you got, this might be one of the places where we'll check the clearance on the other side of this. But I think this would be one of them. I wonder if this is still, oh yeah, it's all her work. Oh, that's really cool. No wonder she got a plaque. So yeah, you can see this kind of a old overpass, flyover, underpass, whatever you want to call it. It's all here. And ubiquitous Sitco sign. Sitco, a Venezuelan company. Yeah. Sorry, I'm just having a little quiet private joke to myself. This is Unity time. Well, you can tell there's no way like a moving truck would make it under there. Emergency parking 500 feet ahead. The sign says clearance 11 foot. moving trucks are 13.6. Semis are 13.6. Moving trucks are sometimes close to that. See there, it's only 10.6. So yeah, that's the spot where sorrowing occurs, and it looks like there's some homeless living occurring. So yeah, I'm gonna be honest. We got problems. That's somebody's house. Complete with a plunger. I'm not sure what they're plunging. Look at that one. Got over the river. At the geese. And the bridge. Yeah. Shadows of the stuff on this side of the river casting still on the other side as the sun comes up. It's just a magical time of the day. I've driven here like a couple times, and I don't even take Ubers and Lyfts very often. I usually just take the public transportation everywhere I go. But when I have been riding in a car with someone, it can get confusing. And when I drove the semi, there's another story I want to subscribe for. I did it for 6 months now, the delivery in Boston, and it was, oh my god. I still don't know how I made it without tearing out half of my trailer. It was a greater than 90-degree angle turn I had to make to the left. It was interesting. So basically I had to go past the entrance and then get the cab swung back around in the parking lot, pulled the trailer behind me, and getting back out, I was like, I'll deal with that after I get in. So, pretty morning along the Charles River, not as I called it yesterday, the St. John's. That gives you an idea of some of the local landmarks. Boston University, we know about that. Longwood Medical Area from the park. Harvard Medical Associates at Northeastern University. All right around here in Kenmore Square, I think, right? Area. Looks like looking at some old buildings and I don't know what you call it, but the ornate parts of it. Like that one. Up. Yes, we stopped at the corner, and I gotta figure out where to get off of this thing again. I think there's an overpass out there. I planned getting here, I didn't plan getting back. I might play Pokemon on the way back. I played on the train on the way here. It's a great way to play if you need to get like Pokeballs and potions and all that kind of stuff, because there's so many Pokestops and gyms along the route. And this time of the morning, all the people in them are all beat up, so if I was walking back, I could take a bunch of them, but because all of my Pokemon are fully healed. This gives me a reason to get out and walk when I'm not doing this. And the more walking I do, the better, because I need to lose some weight. Need to work on my cardio. Dr. P says I need to start rowing. Never been a runner on my flat feet when I played volleyball in Air Force. More stories to subscribe to. I wound up with the worst shin splints in both shins at the same time. Can you imagine trying to limp on both ankles at the same time? It was impossible. And I had this clawfoot bathtub near the house trailer I lived in right off base. And I'd soak in that thing. hot and soaked, and those ankles would feel so much better. And then I'd sit down for 20 minutes and they'd freeze back up. That's okay. And it was off season and they healed up. And then I got kicked out. That's another story to subscribe for. Do you think I'm going slow enough? It says slow. I think I got it. I will see what the clearance is on this bridge too. Because I guarantee you it's not, well, it might be. It goes down. I doubt it's 13.6. And it's a crossover. Oh wow, see, there's cameras here. We can wave at them, but looking back where we came from. I don't see clearance signs there. They'd be further up. So there's a name for this, the Charles River Esplanade. It's a 3-mile long park. I walked part of it. We came across on the B Bridge, past the Harbor Bridge. It's kind of where we're at now, looks like. And the Longfellow Bridge is over that way. So anyway, that certainly should have given you long enough to look at that. You see that? Stop and look at the boats. So yeah, there are rowing machines in the gym in my building, and I'm so self-conscious that I have not been down there to use it, and I'm going to change that. And now that I've said it to you, I have to. So what do you think? Let me know in the comments. Do you like this kind of stuff? And if you just prefer I shut up, I can mute myself too. My friends are dead and college killed them. I don't think he means literally, but how the hell do you get out there to paint that? I mean, yeah. Somebody tell me. So I also have a thing for heights, which is amazing considering how much time I spent flying on RC-135s and E3 AWACS. Before I made the mistake of, coming out while serving when it was not legal. And that's part of my personal story, so it's not really political, I'll tell you that. I know we won't all agree on what should or shouldn't have happened, but in this case, it's my story. So if we went across this bridge, we'd be in Cambridge. If I brought the battery, I'd be tempted to do it and then just walk back that way, but we need to not overdo it, and that's when we accepted the battery. Same thing in the fire escapes. Not this guy. Cher singing now. Oh, now I've got a Cher concert story. Oh, shut up. Siri's listening again.